Hello and welcome to another Ask Nerida Joy video. I have Micah back here today and we have done one treatment on Micah in the past, so this is his second facial with us today. And I was just talking to him while we were setting up the camera. I asked him how he felt his skin has been the last month since he's been working with his home care regimen. He said that he generally is pretty good, but finds when he comes home from work, he's pretty tired at night and often will fall asleep without doing his nighttime regimen. So he said he's been, certainly a lot better than he used to be, but he's still not doing it every single night. So what I did say to Micah was, as soon as you walk in the front door, to make sure that you can go straight into the bathroom, take care of your skin first, and then sit down on the couch. So so we'll see. He said that he's, getting sort of more used to things. He also said that he notices that his pore size is a lot better, and I noticed that. I haven't touched his skin yet to feel the strength in it. And he said that his skin feels stronger than it was. And his pore size, he said that he's feeling his pore size is a lot better just with doing what he has been doing with his regimen. So we're going to cleanse off his skin and have a look at his skin and see how it's all doing. K-cleanser. It does feel a lot better to me, his skin, and I think it actually does feel a little bit stronger for sure. And I can notice his pore size is smaller. So I do notice that, definitely, his pore size is smaller, so that's a good thing. We still have quite a lot of colour in his neck, and when I first saw him tonight, I asked him had he been in the sun. He said he had been in Vegas, which of course we know the sun there is quite intense, and not having the pollution there to filter the sun too, it is a much stronger sun that we have right now than I think ever before. It just seems to be getting stronger, and it's quite intense. So I wasn't sure whether his neck, the color in his neck looked better. His skin texture feels better, but he still has quite a lot of color in his neck. So I'm going to work on him about being really good about that nighttime regimen, and hopefully, as I said, when he gets home, if he can just do it straight away, because it's really hard when you're working. It's really hard because of course we all get tired, but it's really hard to sort of keep up with things, especially when you're not used to it. Having the nighttime regimen is really important, and using that Q flavonoid to really help support the capillaries and really help support his neck area, because as he gets older, his skin will get thinner, and he is still very young, so he's got a lot of years ahead. If he pays attention and does all the things that he should be doing with his neck, he's going to find his skin will be a lot thicker. He won't have the ruddiness on his neck. He's just going to really help build the levels in his skin, and that's really important. So especially just because this is going to get more ruddy if he doesn't pay attention to it. So we're going to encourage him to be better with that regimen, the nighttime regimen. So we're just working in this K. We're going to get ready to take it off now. Okay, so we've cleansed off Micah's skin. His skin seems a little bit more sensitive. Its skin feels better. His lines look less deep, but his skin, I feel, is a little bit more sensitive because he is using retinols now. I've got him on some stronger things. So what I am going to do an exfoliant, but I'm going to mix quite a lot of the healing gel with it, because I can see that although his skin looks better, his pore size is better, his the few wrinkles that he has, they're not as deep as they were, which is really terrific. But I'm going to add in a little bit of the healing gel with the exfoliant, because I can see his skin's a little sensitive. So we've got the exfoliant here. I've added a little bit of healing gel to it, and we're just going to work this into Micah's skin. I'm not going to do it on his neck area, and I'm going to just really work a lot of the Q flavonoid into that neck, that we can really help support those little blood vessels. Now, a lot of the time people, as SDs, are very afraid and not really knowing how to work with someone who has a little bit of a beard. So when you are cleansing and you are exfoliating, you want to make sure that you're still working that area and really getting underneath the hair as best you can, because whenever there's hair there, it does protect the skin, but it also protects it from treatment product as well. So often, you know, the treatment product, if you look closely, you can see it's just not getting everywhere underneath the whiskers. So it is important to just sort of work it in and get it into that area. So we're not going to leave it on a long time. Doesn't need to be on a long time. This is cooler water. Now I like to work on a guy's face that has not just shaved. A lot of the time guys will ask, would you prefer me to shave before I come in for a facial, or would you prefer me not to shave? And I would prefer they do not shave, because if they shave, it makes their skin very sensitive. And sometimes it stops me from doing things that maybe I would have liked to have done, but I won't do because they've shaved. And also sometimes when they shave, they cut themselves. So it makes it much easier to work on a guy's face if they don't shave. It is much easier, and certainly my preference. So I'm going to get some clean, cool water and go over his face one more time with just clean water and cool water. Okay, so clean cotton pads, and we're just going to work that. Just get the little bits of residue out from underneath his whiskers. Okay, so we've done that. I'm going to now work in a little bit of healing gel and the Q flavonoid, and we want to work that into his skin. And this time I'm going to be taking the Q flavonoid all the way down onto his neck, and we really want to coat that neck well with the Q flavonoid. Okay, I'm going to layer with another serum here, and the one that I'm going to use on Micah today, it has that Botox function in it. It is a very light serum. We're going to lay this over top of the Q flavonoid, and it's a really nice treatment product that really just helps with people that have a lot of expression. So it helps to soften. This is a white, lighter serum, and this one is called the N Rejuvenating Complex. So it does have that Botox function in it, which helps to just relax the skin a little more and just keep it looking softer. And it's quite a wonderful serum. So we're just going to add that over top of the Q flavonoid, and then we're going to massage his skin. Putting a little bit of eye gel around Micah's eyes. Okay, and I'm using the hydrating mask as my massage cream. I'm just going to work this into his skin for a little bit. Micah has this beautiful long neck. So wonderful to work on. See how long it is, it's beautiful. Now, what we talked about with Micah in his with his first treatment was the loss of volume that he has noticed in his cheeks. So when you are working on a skin that you really sort of want to pick up and strengthen certain areas, you want to work on massaging these areas really well, because massage stimulates muscle tone. So it's really important to massage those areas really well. So we've massaged Micah's skin using the Q flavonoid. We've massaged in a little bit of the N, the biorejuvenating complex, which has that Botox function. It helps to relax the skin for people that have a lot of expression and just to help relax it. So this has been nice. We've also massaged in now the hydrating mask, and we're now going to, the hydrating mask is what I use as my massage cream. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this off his skin. I'm going to put a mask on his skin now that has a little bit of retinol in it. So his mask, his activity in his product is going to be in the mask, and it's a firming mask. And for Micah, we want to really sort of help build these levels in his cheeks where he feels he's lost volume and feeling like his skin is hanging a little bit. So we're constantly going to be sort of working and building this area up for him. His skin does feel a lot better. His skin feels more hydrated than it was the very first time I saw him. His cheek area is better, his pore size is better, and his skin feels stronger. So that's really good. So we're going to just remove the residue of the treatment product here, and then we're going to put on a firming mask. So we'll just remove the residue, and now we're going to put on the firming mask. It's very important. The two things that Micah has to be really diligent with is his nightly regimen for his skin to be better, and just working with the flavonoid every single night, and possibly, you know, when he can use it in the daytime on his neck as well. Because of the ruddiness that he has on his neck, it's going to help his neck over time. So we're going to put the firming mask on now. Now the firming mask has a little bit of retinol, which is why it has that yellowy tinge to it. Retinol is a yellowy color, so it's and this is going to be his treatment mask. We're going to work it into his skin. I'm going to be constantly massaging it into his skin before we take it off. And I don't want it to dry on his skin. We want to work it in circular motions as I'm doing here now. It is a firming mask, so I know it's going to really sort of help tighten his pores and just help strengthen and tighten his skin underneath too. So because this is buffered, the retinol in here, it's not a really strong retinol, I am going to take this down onto his neck area. It's a really soft, creamy mask, this one. It's so nice. It has a really nice application, and it's got so many good ingredients in it. It's a really great treatment mask. It's a nice pick-me-upper for if you're going out at night. It's nice to work it into the skin. You don't have to let it dry, and you can leave it on, 5 minutes and then take it off, and it really makes your skin look bright and really pretty. Take it quite close up under the eye area. It's very soothing. So we've worked that into Micah's skin for about 5 minutes, and we are now going to get ready to take that off. His skin's going to look really good once we take it off, even better than when he came in. Okay, we're going to take the mask off now. The towels here are warm. And you can see how yellow they are from the retinol. I really love treatment masks. I always say that everything we do on our client's skin, we do it for a reason. So everything has a purpose, and it's really important to sort of pay attention to all the things that you want to work on when you're looking at your client's skin, that you're addressing and working with pore size, often with larger pores and a more oily skin. What is within a pore, you get a lot of discoloration within the pore because oil makes the skin look a little grey. So it's really nice when you can do things to brighten and to really keep the pores clean, as well as smaller in size, and just to brighten it. Because the skin stains from oil. It does stain the skin. And it makes a pore look deeper, because it leaves that sort of greyish look within the pore, and that's just the stain from oil. So Micah's skin is really clean. He's been good about cleaning his skin, and which is why his pore size is much smaller. We are going to be on him about doing a little bit more at night. He just mentioned before, as I said, that that he wasn't finding that he was able to clean his face every night just because he was falling asleep. So we do want to make sure that we can get him on a really regular, doing it every night, cleaning his skin really well and putting on his treatment products because his skin really needs it. And that flavonoid on working that into his neck area is really important for that ruddiness. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a little bit of the Q flavonoid back onto his face. His skin looks great. It feels so good. I wish you all could feel the difference in his skin, because when I first saw him, which was the facial before, his skin moved a lot with my hands. It was so, it just didn't have a lot of life in it. Whereas now his skin, it's feeling his levels are much more hydrated. His skin feels thicker and it's just healthier. It just looks so much better, his skin, and it feels so much better, which is fantastic. So we're going to just work the flavonoid into his skin, and it is quite late at night over here when I do my filming, so he will be going to bed as is. So this is a Q flavonoid I'm putting on all over the face and down onto his neck, which is the neck area really needs the flavonoid. I'm not going to put any more retinol on his skin because that was in the treatment mask that we did. So we don't need to put anything else on. I have a treatment moisturizer here we're now putting on Micah's neck. And I am going to put a little bit of, this one's very soothing and calming on his neck, the moisturizer. I am going to put a little bit more of that in the biorejuvenating, which again is that Botox, relaxes the skin, and that really helps his, just helps his skin to keep his skin firm, but also relaxes it. And it's interesting when you know, if you've never had Botox done before, and because I myself do a little Botox here between my eyebrows and my forehead a little bit, it's interesting because once you have it done a few times, you're more conscious of your expressions, and it just makes you more conscious. So anything that's going to help relax the skin is a huge positive. I know in several years to come, they will have the full Botox in a treatment product. They're already in the works of that. But right now, you can get moisturizers that have just those relaxing agents in them that really make a difference. And it's subtle, but it does make a difference. And it does, you feel it in your skin. You just feel the difference when you use them. So this is one that I'm putting on him right now, on Micah right now. And it's really nice. So it's just a very light moisturizer for some, but it's also a serum for others that like to layer more. But he's got his Q on now. He's got the N biorejuvenating with the little Botox function in there, and he's going to be good to go to sleep. As is, his skin looks really terrific. So that's it for Micah tonight. We've just sort of helped lighten up and improve that neck area a little bit, given it another boost so he can sort of leave here and start being really diligent, hopefully, with his nighttime regimen. And I know his skin just looks so much better. We really sort of want to pick up this area in his skin, but it is significantly better than when we first started. We're going to have Micah back again one more time to have a look and see how he's doing and just see what we can do to really sort of pull this together. So if he can be really diligent with his regimen, we'll be able to see that with our next shoot too. So thank you, Micah, for coming so late this evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back again soon. Bye-bye.